Welcome back, friends. We were discussing about the play Who is Afraid of Virginia Woolf. Before proceeding with the plot synopsis, I would like to make a clarification regarding a small mistake I made in the last class. I said that the word Walpurgisnacht is a German word which means a night before the Good Friday, but in fact it is the night before May Day, and in one of their cultures it is assumed that evil witches gather during that particular night and make a lot of chaos throughout the night. That is why this Walpurgisnacht is considered to be a symbolic term for what happens in act number 2. This is a clarification I wanted to make, and sorry for the mistake I made in the last lecture. So I gave you a brief background of the play. Now today in this class we will look at what is happening throughout the play. First we will just discuss in general and then go act wise. So if I look at the plot summary, it goes like this. George and Martha, they are a couple in their middle age. Martha is 52-year-old woman and George is 6 years younger to her, but he looks older than his age, and Martha looks younger than her age. They both are coming home after finishing a party that was hosted by her father, Martha's father, who seems to be the president of the university. After finishing that party, they arrive at their home late night at 2 a.m. and Martha says she is expecting guests from the party, and the guests arrive eventually. The guests are another couple, Nick and Honey. Nick is a 30-year-old young professor of biology, and Honey is his 26-year-old wife, a daughter of a priest, a churchman. Then both Nick and Honey arrive at such an odd time. George and Martha start insulting each other. Throughout the play, you find nothing but insulting and hurling abusive words at each other, humiliating each other in front of the guests, and also a lot of alcoholism. Throughout the play, you see that one is trying to dominate over the other. George is trying to dominate over the other. Martha is trying to dominate over George, and this game, it seems as if they are childish, but these games are psychological, and both of them are trying to degrade each other, peel off one's respect of self layer from each other in front of the guests, and this insulting, hurling abuses, degradation of one another goes on continuing throughout the play. So throughout the play, you don't have anything else but just insulting one another in front of the guests, and also making the guests feel embarrassed, right? It is quite natural because Nick and Honey have come as guests to their house, and what the hosts are doing, the hosts are quarreling and also abusing each other in front of the guests, making the situation extremely embarrassing. Later, they also try to insult the guests who have come there. First, they make them the witness of their insult, and then they even drag them into the game of insulting and abusing. So the whole night goes on in this way, and ultimately towards the early morning time, Nick and Honey leave the house of George and Martha, and at the end George and Martha are alone in the end of the story. trying to rebuild their shattered marriage life. So the whole story is filled with a lot of abuse, violence and mutual insult and disrespect. So if I analyze this drama, I can say that this drama is of many things, such as this drama is about one, domestic violence, second, humiliation, third, bitterness in marriage, fourth, it is about jealousy and comparison, fifth, it is also about the problem of childlessness. Both the couples in this play do not have any child. Then it is also about the fake notions of superiority or pride. It is the drama of abuse and torture. It is also a drama of ugly secrets of sexuality, and then it is a drama of sadism and perversion. So all in all, this drama is full of many negative things, and these negative things are shown to be the layers in the personalities of George and Martha as a result of their failed marriage. What is the reason for failure? We can try to guess at the reasons. One is that Martha, since she is the daughter of university's president, she is all the time trying to dominate over George, and George is unable to bear that pain of domination. He is a little bit unsuccessful and frustrated in his own life, thereby he is trying to even take revenge on Martha through verbal conflicts and verbal attacks. So it is nothing but different layers of minds in both George and Martha are being peeled off one by one, thereby making this drama a very traumatic experience for both the characters as well as the audience. The spectators who watch this drama become witness to the horrors of a failure, of a failed marriage. So I told you in brief what happens in the story. The guests arrive, they drink a lot of alcohol, try to insult each other based on their marriage secrets, based on their childlessness, based on their subjects they teach, and ultimately they break away, leaving the couple to solve their own problems. So all this play looks absurd, and that is the reason why we say that Edward Albee was the Americanized face of absurd theatre. So now I will explain what happens in Act 1. Act 1 is the longest act in this play. Compared to these two acts, it runs for a longer time. So what happens in this act entitled Fun and Games? When we look at the title, we think that it is full of fun or entertainment, but in fact it is not so. It is extremely violent and it is extremely painful. The games they play are not for fun, but the games and fun they make is to insult and hurt each other. So what happens in Act number 1? I will go on explaining. First, I would like to just read out what all things happen in Act 1, and then Act 2 and then Act 3. Then we shall analyze the whole drama. So in Act number 1, the scene starts wherein George and Martha have arrived. I would like to read brief introduction to the characters given in the first page. Characters: Martha, she is a large, boisterous woman, 52, looking somewhat younger, ample but not fleshy. This is how Martha looks. George, Martha's husband, 46, thin, hair going grey. So, George symbolizes aging process, whereas Martha symbolizes youthfulness. Even though George is younger to Martha, he looks older than his age. Then the other two characters, Honey, 26 years, a petite blonde girl, rather plain. She is not so good looking. Nick, who is 30, is her husband, Honey's husband. He is blonde, well put together, athlete, having athletic body and good looks. The scene is the living room of a house on the campus of a small New England college. So, in the beginning itself, the writer has tried to give us a brief introduction to the scene where this story takes place. It takes place in the living room of a house. And this is also symbolic. We may imagine that in a small place, nothing much can happen. But in a small place, so many things can happen, and it may lead to so many more problems in a marriage life. So, a closed room symbolizes claustrophobia as well. So, the whole act, the whole story of the drama takes place in one living room of the house of George and Martha, which is situated in a small university college campus. So what happens in the beginning? George and Martha have arrived from the party which was hosted by Martha's father, and it is the late night hour that the party has ended. Now they both start quarreling with each other, insulting each other, which seems to be a daily practice for both of them. During their talk and during their quarrel, Martha says that she is expecting guests at this time at 2 a.m. in the late night, and she tells that it is a professor of mathematics and his wife who are visiting the house. In fact, it is not a mathematics professor, but he is a biology professor, Nick, and we come to know that a little later. So George is upset because at that odd hour, how can Martha call her guests? But Martha says because her father insists they should receive the guests properly. This is also another problem for George. Every time Martha's actions are decided not by her own mind but by the dictates of her father, and that irritates George a lot. It seems that Martha's father was overindulgent and Martha did not understand this trouble for George. So, in the next scene, the guests arrive. When the guests arrive, the couple, George and Martha, instead of behaving sensibly, they once again continue their mutual insulting in front of the guests. George implies when the guests arrive, it is obvious that they go and have drinks during the party because the guests have arrived. And when Martha asks George to make a drink for her, George openly says Martha is alcoholic. This is how the mutual insult begins in front of the guests who have come. Later, George begins to insult Martha's father as well, because Martha's father is the reason why the guests have arrived at such an odd hour. Now it is Martha's turn, so they both humiliate each other turn by turn. Later, what happens is Martha takes this woman, Honey, to show the house. And during that small meeting between these two couples, Martha has shown some kind of sexual attraction towards Nick, and this makes George jealous of Nick, and he starts disliking Nick for no apparent reason at all. George starts troubling Nick, whom he does not like, and then further George purposely initiates a talk about biology. He comes to know that Nick is a biology professor and not of mathematics. When George learns that Nick is a biology professor, purposely he starts insulting the subject of biology, saying that genetic engineering has a lot of immorality involved in it, and thereby, as a history professor, George is trying to insult other subject just in order to hurt the feelings of Nick. So here we see that both these old people, George and Martha, don't have a common sense how to behave with the guests who have arrived for the first time. Then George does not stop at that point. He insults Nick's subject, and Nick starts feeling awkward in this situation because as a guest he did not expect the hosts to behave in this way. George does not stop there. He even insults Nick's wife and comments badly on her body, which also infuriates Nick. And George further asks if Nick and Honey have a child, to which Nick says no, they don't have any child, and for that again George remarks a nasty comment on Honey's body. This again shows the perverse mind of George, as well as Martha. Martha also has a perverse mind, but that we see in the later part of the drama. Further, Nick also asks the same question because he too wants to know about the host, about whom he is already feeling sick. Nick asks whether George and Martha have a child, to which there is no answer, and this remains as a mystery throughout the play, about which everything is disclosed at the end. Honey, who had gone with Martha to see the house, returns and tells George that Martha has told her about their son. Now George is upset with Martha because it was a kind of agreement between both George and Martha never to mention about their son in front of anyone. So George is now upset with Martha because she revealed about their son to Honey. Why did she reveal about their son? This was also another strategy to hurt the feelings of George. Further, Nick understands that the night is turning to be a horrible one, so he insists that he and Honey should go back home as early as possible, but George, who is now bent upon insulting everyone there because he has been indirectly insulted and hurt by Martha, starts taking revenge against everyone present there. So he says, "You cannot go out, the fun has just begun." Further, Martha, who had gone upstairs, returns in a sexier dress and she starts flirting with Nick for the anger of George, and she starts commenting on the body of Nick. She appreciates his athletic body, and this makes George jealous of her. Then Martha continues the game of insult. She insults George for being stuck in the history department unsuccessfully. She hoped that he would become the head of the department once, but George was not a successful man in his career, and she insults him for that as well. So what Martha is doing here is, she is praising someone else and scolding or humiliating her own husband in front of the others. Further, Martha also tells how she had won a boxing match against George, and this infuriates George. George comes with a fake gun and tries as if he is shooting Martha. At this moment, when he shoots out a parasol, everyone is scared and everyone gets another drink. So it does not look like a normal party in which people come together and enjoy. But here people are busy in the games of insulting and humiliating each other. Now George starts again insulting the field of genetic engineering and biology. He also comments on Honey, who is over alcoholic there. She is heavily intoxicated by the drink, and in her intoxicated mood, she asks George and Martha, when is their son coming? And the couple does not answer to this question. Further, now George takes turn to insult Martha and Martha's father. He calls Martha's father as a little mouse because of his red eyes. Martha says further that George hates her father because of his own insecurities, thereby trying to call George as insecure and a failed person. Later, Martha tells both Nick and Honey the story of their marriage, what she hoped from George and what George turned out to be. And she gives a nasty comment later that George is completely a flop man, and this hurts George, who goes to the inside house bar and breaks a bottle to the wall. And to cover up this insult, he starts singing loudly the song "Who is Afraid of Virginia Woolf, Virginia Woolf, Virginia Woolf." And further, Nick and Honey also join this singing along with George. Honey is over intoxicated. She starts feeling sick and goes to the bathroom to vomit. Here, act number 1 ends. This is full of awkward situations and strange mentalities of the people, especially George and Martha, who try to insult each other in front of guests and also make the guests feel awkward, and even in between George is trying to insult even Nick and Honey. So act 1 is full of these kind of scenes. In the next lecture, we will look at what are the things that are happening in act number 2. So I stop here the discussion on act number 1. This is just plot I have told. Analysis shall be done later. Thank you.